My life has had a little bit of turmoil over the years, dealing with drugs, criminal activity, which in turn that led to a lot of family disorientated issues, loss of freedom, loss of rights. It all started with a brother, my brother. I was naive, like a lot of people are, to being induced and persuaded by something so powerful. One of my brothers, I recall, was getting high with a friend of his. And I was like 19 years old. And, I'm 47 years old now. So that gives you a little bit idea of how long I've been dealing with this issue. I had both parents. I had a good family. I was in school. I had a job. But there was a milestone in my life that occurred when that point of being induced by using drugs at that particular era of time. And it was hard for me to deviate from that addiction. And it caused a lot of turmoil constantly. Numerous of times I tried to, refrain from getting high, refrain from doing bad things to good people, things that I'm not proud of today. For any individual who's never been incarcerated before, who's never had been faced with, to stand before a judge and get sentenced to 20 years or whatever amount of time the case may be, it's a frightful feeling. It's a sad moment for that individual because he knows or she knows that she's going to be gone for whatever amount of time that you have to do. And I believe that at that point, when that happens, if it gets that far, I believe a person really have to buckle down and tell himself or herself it's time for change. Now, within prison, there are things that people do that, similar to the streets. It's like a city within a city, You have drugs inside of prison. You have a lot of, drinking in prison. They got their ways of doing those sorts of things. But it's all has something to do with a choice. And I made that choice today in May of 2008 when I was sentenced to 20 years, that it was time for me to take retrospect and review my life history and realize that it's time for change. And I haven't had a drink while I was in prison. I haven't had a dirty urine while I was in prison. I worked in a program for 4 years and 2 months. I made my time to become positive for the future because I knew for that substantial amount of time that it was going to take finances for anyone to help themselves once they got released from prison. You're going to need clothes, you're going to need, pocket change to help you get by. And so I took the initiative to work for it. And that's what I'm doing out here today in society, is working for what I want. And through the grace of God and the help of Concordance Academy program, there are people out here that really have true care and concern for other humans. Because everyone makes mistakes, but it's up to you to whether or not you want to keep making mistakes. I started this program 6 months, within, that's the requirement, 6 months inside of DOC, which is Department of Correction, and a year program out here on the streets. And I successfully completed both terms. And I'm still on that positive path, still today, even though I've graduated in May of this year. To me, this program is epic because there's outstanding people. The support that they give for ex-offenders is phenomenal. They assist you with a lot of things that an individual might not have getting released from prison. And the fact that they just have a lot of the staff that I met, Kevin was my caseworker. My therapist, Clarence. Prop goes out to him. I don't know if you watched this video, Clarence. You gotta forgive me because sometimes I get emotional. I'm a human being, so you gotta forgive me for that. I apologize for, but Clarence was my therapist. We had a lot of one-on-ones together. We spoke truthful with each other, There was no big eyes or little U's. He treated me like a human being. These are the type of people that I've met here at this program. My life has proceeded beyond this program. I was asked to come here voluntarily. There are many things that I could have done today after getting off of work. But I feel when you give back, you receive the blessings that God gave to you. So that is why I came to share the fact that there are people here that care, true care and concerned people that actually want to see you strive for perfection in your life. There are a lot of people that made mistakes here. I'm not going to say that they haven't. And, I can only pray for those people, because everybody's not going to have the mindset as others. They're human beings. They make mistakes. Some people are not going to be ready. Myself, I'm not boasting about myself. I'm not putting myself higher than them because there's always a point in my life where I can slip. I was taught that, my addiction is an ongoing process. But I also was taught that I have a choice. And that choice starts with what I believe in. And what I believe in is that I'm stronger than the person that I was in my past. But I am continuing to strive for better things in my life. And it makes me proud when I'm able to help put food on the table rather than take food from the table. It helps me proud when I'm able to pay bills rather than not being able to do the things that a man is supposed to do or a woman is supposed to do, because a lot of women and men are still out there struggling. I see them every day out there struggling. Everywhere I go, when I drive, I see people out there on drugs, and it's sad. Maybe if they had someone in their life, like some of the people that I met at Concordance, to keep encouraging them, like a lot of these staff members here at Concordance have encouraged me, then maybe that at some point in their life, they may be blessed to make a milestone, a turning point in their life. But I haven't forgotten now individual that I've met here, staff-wise: James, Clarence, Kevin, Megan, all of them, Lori, all these people that I met here last year. And these people coexist still in my life today, because I will always be a part of this program, because this program has helped foundated my life. And I'm very grateful for that. But today, I've been blessed. I have a job. I work at a local bakery in St. Louis on Page. I've recently been promoted at my job. I've been alcohol and drug free since my release of May of 2019. I haven't had any drugs or alcohol, which I'm thankful for God for that. I've built a strong relationship with my family. I've been doing good for myself. I'm proud of myself. My family's proud of me. It feels good to hold down a job, to pay taxes, to pay my dues, to be a significant factor to my family. I'm able to talk to my son about issues that occurred within my life in previous years. He didn't really have a lot of time to see me because I was incarcerated for 11 years, and now he's 21 years old, and we have a good relationship. We live together, and he's proud of me, and I'm proud of him. You can continue to tell yourself that you want to change. If you're tired of being sick and tired of going through negative aspects of prison, hurting your family, hurting yourself, hurting innocent people, if you're tired of those things, then do the right thing. Try to do the right thing. You never know what you might accomplish or attain if you just simply ask someone for help. Because if you don't, you're going to continue to hurt people. And that's something that a lot of addicts don't like. I know because I used to be an addict, and when I used to do negative things, I didn't like doing those things. That was something that I just did to try to keep my drug habit going. I didn't like breaking in houses. I didn't like stealing from people. I didn't like none of those things. I tell anyone, don't give up on yourself. You're human. You make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but never give up on yourself. Continue to strive for excellence. If I encourage anyone, if one person cannot use drugs, if this program can help one individual, one soul, then it's worth the value of continuing to allow what's going on here to continue to go on here, because you didn't save their life. They didn't save their life. That's how I feel.